Hey guys, I'm back. This is Mike from Half Battle Toys with another episode of how to apply KiKi. Multitude of different characters from different types of toy lines. So today we're going to be showing you some loose joints on the Marvel Legends Hope figure from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Magic Square's version of Beachcomber. Okay, we're gonna start with Beachcomber just because he doesn't need much work, but you can see he's super loose in this little joint here. This soft plastic that they use is kind of notorious for this happening. That was a lot. All right, you can see that done, and then I'm gonna wipe off a little bit of this excess because I think I have too much in there, but we'll see how it goes. And then you just want to move this back and forth a little bit to get it worked into the joint, and then you're gonna let that sit for probably an hour, and then you can come back and apply it again if need be, or it'll be good and you won't have to. So I'll leave that one. Now with Hope here, the problems that I have with this is her ankles are super, as you can see, super loose. They're supposed to be a ratcheted joint, and you can see that it kind of ratchets, but it doesn't hold itself in between each of those ratchets. And I mean, this part right here is where she needs to stand, and she falls over all the time. So I'm just gonna fix these two parts and I should be okay, because everything else is pretty tight. I've got a couple of different joints that you're gonna see here. Ratchet joint here, but there's also a swivel inside of there. And I think the combination of both of those have a little bit of wiggle in it. So we'll just put it in both and see what happens. So a little drop goes a long way. Turn this thing around, down, okay, and then let that one sit. This one's still pretty tight, but it does have some loose spots, so hopefully this will fix that. Okay, and we'll be back in a few minutes to show you the process. All right, we're back, and we've had some pretty good success. So we'll start with Beachcomber, and as you can see, this was one I didn't mess with, and it was already fairly tight. And this is the one I fixed, and it's very tight now, about equivalent to the other side. So I don't move this figure around a lot, so I think that's all I really need out of it, but he looks pretty good. Okay, as for this one here, remember these were very loose, and now they're really tight. You can see there, that's pretty tight. And she does a pretty good job standing on her own now. So very pleased with that. Okay, for our next process for KiKi today, we are going to show you Diecast. So I have, this is Transform Element Megatron, KO MP36, and he's actually a really good figure. Everything is pretty tight. but there was one spot, and you'll see it as soon as I lift him up. That right there. This is all die cast and it's super loose. So let's see how KiKi works for this. All right, we'll give that a few minutes and we'll come back. Okay, I did have to do this a couple of times, so this is just a voiceover to let you guys know. I needed to let it dry and then put 2 different coats on it, let it dry again, etc., etc. But this is the result.